of the thick of it all. If they don't give me room, well then I'll give them a while. I'm gonna smoke my tires when the victory calls. I'm gonna be there, be there. I wanna see my face up on the jumbo screen. Feel the white hot metal of a winning machine. Because you win or you lose and there's no in between. I wanna be there, be there, be there.
NASCAR on speed. Be there.
It is the final race of the Target Series regular season as we head to the Atlanta Motor Speedway for the running of the Aquafina Last Chance 300. 2 drivers are locked into the postseason. The rest of the spots, the final 10 spots, filled by 8 in the top 10, and then 2 wildcard spots are going to come down to the last lap to determine who's into the chase for this Target Series season. Jake Galway in the 20 is on pole for today's race. Beside him, starting in second, you have the 66 of Eric Olson. Then starting in third, the 11 of Anthony Hernandez. In fourth, it's Mathis Wells. And ranking on the top 5, the 2 of Luke Brahney. Starting in 6th place, we have Zach Cadillo, the Penzo Truck Series winner here. In 7th, it's Evan Hunter. Jay Reno starts in 8th. In 9th place, Jose Mills. And ranking on the top 10, Will Graymont in the 42. Back behind them, we have the 7 of Justin Zeidel. Beside him, 61 Felix Janssen. Then there's Jordan Stout, the 92, and the 36 of Brendan Soderlund. Then we have the 1 of Jeff Bright and the 52 of Marshall Burrell. Then there's Nolan Lawrence and Daniel Lloyd locked into the postseason. He did that a few races ago. Then we have Matt Oskin in the 13, beside him in the 99, Kenny Walrus. Then there's Code Red in the 28 and the 07 of Bronson Minnick. Then we have Adam McDowell and Brandon Beal the 90, along with Brett Sierra in the 15, Matthew Burnett. Then there's Jake Richardson and Keyshawn Richardson, Ronan Kurz the 93 and the 19 of Jay Jefferson, Conrad Evans and Jonathan Beeford, the 4 of Landon Lyons and the 17 of Ross McTrain, then Jennifer Beeford and Levi Shones, Eli Bright and Riley Spurley-Tube, and in the final row, Colton Yost second in points, but he's locked in. Beside him in 40th, the 18 of DJ Reed. There's the starting lap for racing for 30 laps at the Atlanta Motor Speedway, the final race of the regular season. Let's go down trackside to fire these cars up.
Drivers, start your engines.
I tell you what, this race is going to be stressful for about 20 drivers in this field. Only 2 block their way into the postseason. They're Daniel Lloyd and Colton Yost. They've dominated the second half of this regular season, and 8 spots left to be filled on points, 2 on wildcards. Those 2 wildcards currently Will Graymont and DJ Reed. They both have 2 victories. However, watch Rose Mills. He comes in 21st in points, 14 behind last season's champion. Made the chase last season on a miracle in the last race of the regular season. He has 3 wins this season. If he gets 14 points more than 20th place Kenny Walrus in this race, he jumps up ahead of the 99 and into the top 20 and into the postseason. 30 laps in the final race of the regular season. Green flag racing at Atlanta. Talking about this race being stressful for many drivers. We mentioned the drivers on the wildcard. We didn't mention drivers that are trying to get on points. You have DeLello plus 95, Shones plus 77, Evans plus 65, and Hernandez plus 62, along with Jeffrey Beaver plus 53, Hunter plus 43, but then gets tight in here. Jeff Bright plus 31, Jefferson only 3 above the cut line. Right below it's Mathis Wells in the 16 as Galway leads the first lap. Hernandez will move through to the lead in 1 and 2. Hunter with him. Both these drivers want a lap led for 5 bonus points to help out their chances staying inside the top 10. Hunter looks for lead down the backstretch on the 11. That guy's second on the inside, Jose Mills. He needs 14 points over the 99 Walrus. A lap led is 5 bonus points. If Kenny doesn't get a lap led, it'd be huge right there. We'll see if Mills can do it on the inside to the stripe. Too close to call. A dead heat at the line to lead the second lap of this race, but they give it to Evan Hunter, so Hunter leads the second lap. Can Mills try and lead this lap? That'd be tough because here comes Janssen to the bottom. The 61 might get put 3 wide. Top here is Janssen's in the middle. Down low the 92 Jordan Stout. Can Mills clear? He cannot. Jeff Bright also wants a lap led for 5 bonus points. Comes in 31 points to the good. That's not that big of a margin in this Target Series point system. He'll look low on Stout, but Jordan Stout lead the third lap. Kenny Walrus just behind Jeff Bright, pushing him to turn 1. Kenny, if he wants to make it into the postseason, needs to win this race and hope he can pass DJ Reed or Will Graymont in points. So Walrus's position here, win this race for his second win of the season. And right behind him, the guy is dominated this season so far. Danny Lloyd is their 4 wide behind, and Jose Mills, and you have the 11 and the A9 also in that. That's 3 drivers that cannot afford a bad result. They're 4 wide through the quad oval. Can they sort back to 3? And so far they do. That was a great job by all 4 of those drivers involved there. I mean, 3 of them were fighting for points, trying to, Evans and Hernandez trying to stay inside the top 10. Mills trying to get inside the top 20. They were all 4 wide there, but they sorted it out. Marshall Bro 52 comes to the inside, racing off to turn number 3. Just finding the 93 of Ronan Curtis. And here comes the 4 of Landon Lyons as well, along with the 8 of Eli Bright, the 01 of Colton Young, another driver locked in. He's one of only 2. There's DJ Reed, second wildcard spot currently, but many drivers with 1 win around him. If Jake Richardson wins this race, he can try and pass DJ Reed in points. And so for DJ Reed, he wants to try and outpoint Will Graymont, because you never know. You have the 81 of Jose Mills, if he also jumps his way in, problems to Ronan Curtis. He slows some of the field down. He has to get down the pit road. Curtis with a major issue up at the front of the field, was running inside the top 5. Also the 51 of Nolan Lawrence with issues. So 2 cars will be on pit road early on in this race with some sort of mechanical issue. 51 still there, 93 onto pit road. 3 cars get away from that. It's Lyons, Eli Bright, Colton Yo. Then 4th on back, trying to charge them down in the draft as they're now packed 3 wide, multiple rows deep. That could have been a major crash right there with that happening. Luckily for these drivers back here, they're all able to keep going straight along the driver that Ronan Curtis hit, but that could have been very, very big in these chase pictures as these drivers now trying to run down the front 3. They're running about 28 1s, 28 0s. These guys back here not running too much faster, so at this rate, looks like that traffic not helping them out right now. We'll see if they can try and get it done. You never know, you can also have a yellow flag come out at some point, change this whole picture around. Curtis, it looks like, is out of this race, whatever it was on the 93. It was a suspension issue that has put him permanently out of the going. You have the 51 Lawrence, he's 5 laps down, still on pit road, now make it 6 laps down. So whatever issue it is on the 51, it's looking like it's taking a long time to get fixed, if it's going to get fixed at all. As the 8th of Eli Bright was in championship or chase position early on in the season, has lost it since then. Looking for a second win this season, moves to the inside lane of lines and gets by into turns 3 and 4. Eli Bright now out in front of the Aquafina last chance 300. As this pack, as they got double file in front now, starting to reel those front 3 in. But look at the run Colton Yo had. He'll get side by side with teammate Landon Lyons. Yo once again locked in. Lyons without a shot to make it in the 4. Yo will move to second. Eli Bright still leads. The pack behind tries to run them down. You have Burrow leading it in 4th, then Jennifer Buford, Riley Spurr to Brandon Beal's an interesting character in this. He comes in 30 below 10th place Jay Jefferson, also below Will Graymont and Matthew Wilson. Currently Beal running pretty strong. Jefferson also with him, but where's Jeff Bright in the 1? Because he comes in only 31 above. So Beal, if he has a good enough day, and some of the others around him in points don't, he can try and jump his way up inside the top 10. Yeah, currently Beal inside the top 10. Riley Spurr wants 5th from Jennifer Buford. They are slowly catching the front 3 as Lyons looks for a pass on teammate Colton Yo. Looking back for a second, Yo able to maintain for now as Eli Bright still leads this race. 3 wide behind her comes the 7 of Justin Zeidel to the bottom. 62 points below the cutoff. It's going to be a miracle if the 7 can make it in. It is still possible though for Zeidel. Jake Richardson, this man possibly needs to win this race. He can try and put his wins on the top 10, but a win definitely the preferred method for Jake Richardson to get through into the postseason. As behind they start to slide up, these tires starting to wear out on these machines. And you can see it. They're losing some grip. These cars getting harder to stick to the bottom lane. These times are getting slower. We'll see who can try and manage that the best to win this race. We've seen in the past, once those tires start to wear out and the grip starts to become less, you see drivers start to get stuck behind others, and the leader around the midpoint normally tends to try and lead most of the laps around to victory lane. That's currently Eli Bright leading in the 8. Keyshawn Richardson, another interesting one in this chase picture. He has 2 wins this season, but he's all the way down 24th in points, 49 behind the top 20. As they're going to go 4 wide behind him in 3 and 4. Jordan Stout getting close with DJ Reed and Justin Zeidel as they come off 4. Some beating and banging right there between the 7 and the 18. Let's see what they do. Off to turn 1, still 4 wide. Can they sort this before a crash? Still rubbing, but they're able to sort back to 3. A great job by all those drivers involved in that. That could have been major in terms of some championship chances. Up in the front, Lyons passes Eli Bright, so the 4 now back out in front. Eli now back to 2nd. Riley Spurr and Marshall Bro caught up there 4th and 5th. Here comes Beal and Graymont and Galway, our pole sitter, Jake Richardson, Jonathan Buford, and Luke Rainey, all charging down in the draft to turn 1. A random move forward. The 74 moves by the 18. DJ Reed looks for a cross under right there. A nice move by Reed. Just trying to stay in his wild card spot. We mentioned Keyshawn Richardson before. Mentioned he's 24th in points, 2 victories away, 49 now in the top 20, which means he has to pull his way up inside the top 20. Either hope he wins this race for a third victory, or he can pass DJ Reed and Will Graymont in points. Or Graymont maybe bumps his way in, or DJ Reed. So we'll just have to see how that all plays out here. Back up to the front of the battle for second on. Riley Spurgeon moving low, and Eli Bright to turns 1 and 2. Spurgeon, no chase chances on the line for him in that 22, but he can try and go out here and win a race in this final Target Series Atlanta race. Here comes that 52. Burrow looking for a third. Coutinho coming with him as the 4 of lines tries to pull away. We're halfway, 14 to go at the line. So this race in the second half, and that's when these tires start to wear. It gets hard to hold the bomb of the racetrack, and it gets hard to make passes work. As right now most of the field sink the bomb, but that's also due to the fact that they were a little spread out trying to catch up to this main pack. I want to watch this 42 and the 90. Will Graymont trying to maybe bump his way up inside the top 10. Same with Brandon Beal. And with Jeff Bright not running terribly well, Jay Jefferson also not running too hot in the 19. I don't see him at the front of the field at all. They're not in good positions currently to make it in. Jefferson back in 31st. And where is Jeff Bright in the 1 at? That's another big question to ask, because Jeff right now, not too much rare, but up around the top 20, which could be good enough if Jefferson does not have a good day. Jeff Bright can still try and hold on to about 10 or so more points. And where is Evan Hunter? He came in only 43 points up, so Hunter also in the danger zone. Evan right now scored just behind Jeff Bright a few spots, so not terrible for Hunter. He should stay ahead of Jeff Bright if he can try and maintain like this. Jennifer Buford running well. I saw her towards the front of the field. She's currently up inside the top 15. She's running well. Anthony Hernandez also has run decent in this race in the 11th. Marsha Burrow hunting the 4 of lines through 1 and 2, getting a nice run in second position. Stayed a little bit lower than the 4 that time. Almost 4 wide there between teammates. Jake Gowey, the 1 not in championship contention. DJ Reed trying to make it into the postseason. Reed coming low, and Eli Bright was leading just a few laps ago. He's on a downward spiral, and the 8 still fading back. As up in front, Spurley to Munoz almost made contact. Kenny Walrus to the bottom of the 99, going with the 00, Jonathan Buford. Kenny running well is not what Jose Mills wanted to see. The only good thing for Mills is that Ronan Curtis came in 19th in points, and he's out of the race in 40th. But currently for Mills, he's back in 25th. Will that be enough is the big question. Because does Felix Jansen maybe pass him points? I think Mills can pass Curtis if he gets a top 20 finish. The problem is going to be Felix Jansen who's running ahead of him. Does Jansen get enough points to try and pass him? How about Jordan Stout as well? So, I mean, this championship picture all comes down to the bottom few laps. 10 to go in this race, and still we don't know who's going to make it into the postseason. Burrow got the lead from Lyons, who wants it right back. The 4 car back to the inside of the 52 as they drag race down the back again. Rainey clear in 3rd as a nice run to the front to her side by side. Jonathan Buford in 4th, Kenny Walrus in 5th. Graymont falling back. Here comes Brett Sierra. Hasn't won the Target Series since his championship season back in season 10. It was, what, the 2nd race of the season? Rainey to 2nd, trying to hunt down the 4 of lines in turn 1. Luke, no. Chase Chances on the line for the 2 car here today. His only goal is to win this race. He made it into the Penzo Truck Series Chase Field by the skin of his teeth. Going to try and replicate some success here in the Target Series by winning this one. He has to get by the 4 of Lions first. He has Brett Sierra charging in the 9. Looks like may have saved some of his tires on that car. Jake Richardson, if he wins this race, that could try and impact it between Will Graymont and DJ Reed. Richardson doing everything he can in 6th place, but time is running out with 8 to go. He can definitely do it from 6th spot. If he can get by Burrow quickly here. Looking to the inside, that 52 down the back. Sierra looks low on the car in front of him. That's Jonathan Buford. Both battles able to be maintained. Walrus goes high. DJ Reed comes to the bottom. The 18 needs every point he can get in case Jake Richardson or someone with the 2nd win tries to get this one. Buford for 2nd on Luke Rainey down the quad oval. Only 7 laps to go. Landon Lyons and the 4 still leads. Back there, see the 08 of Levi Jones doing really, really well. He's moved up. He's now middle of 3 though, but he's inside the top 15 right now. In position, plays in the wall. He and Jordan Stout hit the wall. Around goes Will Graymont. Came in as one of the wildcard spots. Spins to the inside. No yellow. Yes, he's off the inside wall. Still in the apron. We stay green for now. And how bad's the damage to Jones and Stout? Evans checks up on the inside. Mills trying to get every spot he can. There's the 08 and the 92. They stay in 15th and 16th, but there is damage on both those cars. Jones has to try and keep it because Jefferson's not having a good day. Neither is Mathis Wells. He has to try and keep whatever spot he can in the 08 and just stay inside the top 10. Now not really in a chase position as the battle for the lead is heating up. Lyons has it, but Sierra on a charge. Wants it with 5 to go. Yellow flag would end this race. How about Matthew Burnett up to third in the 15? I don't know where Burnett has come from in this race, but he is hard charging. Marshall Burrow, Jeff Bright moves up inside the top 5. Big for Jeff. Currently where he is, he will make it into the postseason easily because Jefferson is not having a good day. Neither is Wells or Graymont now. For Jose Mills, what positions can he get? What can Keyshawn Richardson try and get? 4 laps to go. Brett Sierra in the 9 leads it, pulling away from the 4 of Lions. Burnett in 3rd, looking for something to get by this 4. His teammate to run the 9 down. Behind them, Spurgeon looking 3 wide on Luke Rainey and Kenny Walrus. Jeff Bright behind that. Jake Richardson behind that. As Bright goes to the middle, trying to get down by the 22, but Spurgeon was just not clear for quite yet. 3 laps to go at the line. Jeff Bright doing everything he needs to do right now in a position to make it into the postseason. Same with Jennifer Beeford and others. With Jay Jefferson's horrendous day so far, Jefferson back in 37th. That would not be enough at this stage because Mathis Wells is only 3 points behind him. Wells is definitely more than 3 points ahead of him, but not by much. That 16 not running very strong as well. Where's Brandon Beal at? Beal also not running too strong, but still ahead of them. Can DJ retry points way up inside the top 10 and leave a wildcard spot available for maybe someone with 1 win? Burnett to 2nd, but time is running out. 2 to go for Brett Sierra. Can Sierra, the Season 10 champion, find a Target Series win in the final season? He hasn't won once again since his only Target Series win. Got his lone Gatorade Cup Series win at Darlington a few races ago, and is coming to see the white flag out in front here in the Aquafina Last Chance 300. Sierra off 4, we're in the final lap of the regular season. White flag is displayed. Reed right now in position to jump his way up inside the top 10 in points and leave maybe a driver with 1 win as a wildcard spot. Maybe someone like Wells or Richardson. Sierra pulls away down the back for the final time. Ever since his championship, it's been a horrendous Target Series career. He'll pass Lions late, and off of 4, Brett Sierra will do it again in the Target Series. He wins the Aquafina Last Chance 300 in the number 9 car. The rest of the field scrambles across looking for every spot they can get, as some drivers at the end may have fallen out, some may be in. For Brett Sierra, no chase chance on the line for him, but a win in the Target Series is just what the doctor ordered for this season. Sierra gets it done in the number 9. Let's go see the finish results and the updated points and see who made the 12-man chase. Well, after this one, there were definitely some surprises. Here's how they finished in the Aquafina Last Chance 300 at Atlanta. No caution flags in this race, even though we had a few problems happen during the race, and we had 10 lead changes, 8 different drivers lead laps in this one. Brett Sierra, Season 10 champion, gets it done in the final regular season race. No chase chances for Sierra, however, a win. Good for that race team. Landon Lyons led the most laps of 15, but ends up in 2nd. However, he came in 47 below in 15th. Is that his shot, maybe, to try and get inside the top 10? Matthew Burnett ends up in 3rd. DJ Reed in 4th. Does he get up inside the top 10? Started 40th in this race. Did really well. If he gets top 10 in points because he had a really, really good day, then someone new could be the wild card. And Jeff Bright, the 1, completes the top 5. That's what he needed to stay inside the top 10. Finishing in 6th, Jake Richardson. He has to really hope that Reed bumps his way in and then he can try and outpoint Mathis Wells to get that 2nd wildcard spot. He had a really, really good day. Jansen in 7th, Sprude in 8th, Burrow in 9th, and Yo in 10th place. That's his 10th top 10 on the season. Finishing 11th, it was Jonathan Beeford, Jennifer Beeford right behind in 12th. They have Kenny Walrus, Luke Rainey, and Jordan Stout, the top 15. They have Ross McTrain, Jay Randall, Jake Galway, Eli Brighton, Jose Mills finishes in 20th. Was that enough for Mills with those 3 wins to bump his way inside the top 20 in points to try and get a wildcard spot? Look down here, Brandon Beal, 21st. I don't know if that's going to be enough to get his way inside the top 10 in points. Mathis Wells, 26th. He did outpoint Jake Jefferson. However, did he do enough to maybe stay wildcard? If not stay wildcard, somehow get his way up inside the top 10 in points. Conrad Evans will stay top 10 in points. He's into the postseason. Anthony Hernandez, the 11, obviously is in. Evan Hunter was that enough to stay inside the top 10 in points. Not a good day for him. Keyshawn Richardson, those 2 wins will not do him any good. He did not point his way up inside the top 20. They have down here Jefferson 35th. He's out of the running of the chase. Levi Shones out of the race with header issues, possibly from that damage. 2 laps down. Is that going to be a terrible day for Shones? Does that bump him out of the top 10 in the points? We're going to find out all with this. The 12 drivers who make it into the postseason, we'll go see who they are next. Here are the 12 drivers to fight for a championship in the final 8 races of the season. Some big upsets in this one. Things we did not see coming. Obviously, Danny Lloyd Coulton, they were locked in first and second. They end up, obviously, still first and second. Jeff Bright was all the way down 9th in points, jumps up to 3rd. Bright is in. Jennifer Beeford stays in. DeLello stays in. Conrad Evans stays in. Anthony Hernandez stays in. Landon Lyons bumps his way up from 15th in. That second place finish was enough. DJ Reed bumps his way up inside the top 10. So those 2 victories do not count as a wild card. He's in the top 10. And Levi Shones, by the skin of his teeth, stays inside the top 10 in points. 5 up on Evan Hunter, who falls out by 5 points. That's a position or 2 in a race this season. Insane how close these points were. Evan Hunter, 2,202 points. Jeff Bright, 2,267. 65 points separated 3rd from 11th. That is a swing of only a few positions either way, and one could be out, one could be in. Even closer, 5th, Zachary DeLello was only 38 points up on 11th place Evan Hunter. That is as close as it can get for all these drivers 5th on down. A few positions made their seasons. That is how close it was. And how close it was for Jake Richardson. Mathis Wells falls below Jake Richardson. Richardson now the highest driver from 11th to 20th with 1 win. Jake Richardson is the second wildcard spot behind Will Raymond, who does stay top 20 in points. So that came down. The second wildcard spot came down to 10 points. Wells was only 10 points behind Richardson, but also Richardson would not have gotten it if Shones falls out. If Shones loses those 5 points and falls out, then Levi is a wildcard spot. So it all came down to the final lap in this race, how close it was to make it in both on wildcard and in the top 10. Absolutely insane. Once again, the 12 drivers to fight for the championship. Danny Lloyd Coulton, Jeff Bright, Jennifer Beeford, Zachary DeLello, Conrad Evans, Anthony Hernandez, Landon Lyons, DJ Reed, Levi Shones, and then obviously Will Graymont and Jake Richardson. With how crazy of an end of the regular season that was, what are these 8 races in the postseason going to be like? It's going to be insanity. I think that is for sure. The final 8 races will kick it off at the Tricky Triangle, Pocono Raceway for the Gertrude Hawk 250. I'll see you guys then.